a good model of XQC impossible, as he doesn't consistently speak human language, and when he does, every word is repeated at least once.
I like when he goes, "Clum." Oh wow, I'm gonna, and then, you know the inside is like this, right? Like a hook. I like when it can just go, no, the hook like this.
Have they all seen this? Has every one of these like monstrously huge streamers watched this already? There's a lot of roasting going on. I feel like the Hasan extended universe is all getting thrown under the bus, like every single person. Okay, I want to check out this AI thing. If it's interesting, I'll keep watching it. If it's not, I won't.
This is my first. APK, A Pikers. This is my third attempt at synthesizing Hasan Piker's voice. This is my fourth attempt at synthesizing Hasan Piker's voice. This is my fifth attempt at synthesizing Hasan Piker's voice. This is my sixth attempt at synthesizing Hasan Piker's voice. This is my seventh attempt at synthesizing Hasan Piker's voice. This is my eighth attempt at synthesizing Hasan Piker's voice. This is my ninth attempt at synthesizing Hasan Piker's voice. This is my 10th attempt at synthesizing Hasan Piker's voice.
This is creepy.
I'm finally complete.
Oh wow.
Loading Hasanox 100%.
This is a comprehensive guide on how to create a text-to-speech model from recordings of a human voice. If your streamer reacts to this video, please send me a link to watch it. If their reaction is lacking, I'll create a clone of them that reacts harder. Our subject will be Hasan Piker.
Oh no.
He's so cool.
This is why you don't give vegans any power. It's true, dude. I should have never said yes.
Does Austinok's entire thing, is it all based on the fact that he's a vegan? Or I should say they, we don't know, I don't know the gender of Austinok's, and at the same time, Hasan Piker rips into vegans all the time? Is that it? Is that like, wow. That is a villain arc if ever I heard one. Or maybe a hero arc. We'll see. We'll see. Because like it's a very successful YouTube channel, isn't it? It's got like 53,000 subscribers. Wow.
What if I am a bot?
And I didn't realize this isn't Mizkif. I'm a clone, right?
How many people live in Ludwig's house? And why do they all look the same as Ludwig?
Did Jack think that was me?
I did it. Welcome to the jungle, guys. Today we have a crazy truman. Did he get a stunt double?
Happy Halloween, chat. Every time I open my mouth, his machine is getting more powerful.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen.
His AI is learning new words to say.
Synthesizing a voice in 2021 has become more and more accessible. It is easy enough to do now with no coding knowledge whatsoever. This is easiest to do for
and chef's kiss for doing this all as like a Nintendo presentation.
Most applicable to Twitch streamers who spent hours on end talking despite no one having asked. This guide will cover the methods used to produce this voice model and ways streamers can avoid having their voices nationalized by the proletariat if desired. If this method breaks, which it will eventually, I'm going to need you to get all the way off my back. I'm not a programmer, I am an artist, a visionary, and a vegan. I don't know how to fix the program because I did not make the program, but once you have a voice model, you have a file that can be run through voice synthesizing programs. That file can be submitted to a site like FakeU or UberDuck, allowing anyone to generate voice lines using your model.
Oh, no.
Having a publicly accessible model of your voice can be a boon to your creative community. Hasan's community, OK Buddy Hasan, makes several memes about him. They attempt to make him laugh and often mock him. But most often, they attempt to emotionally manipulate him into playing an actual video game for once. XQC's community also makes memes. Mizkif's community doesn't, but I'm sure they will once they're old enough to have their own computers. Ludwig's community can set up a VTuber model that will speak for him while he sleeps during the next subathon, reaping all of the revenue with no real people to compensate. Mogul moves! Voice synthesis has so much potential through artistic use. For example, over the past 2 weeks, I have been creating a short series about my AI Hasan replacement, Hostanox, who has been gaining sentience and struggling to break out of my control.
Thank God. I have been waiting for fucking weeks. Welcome. He's finally going to open the PC that Linus uploaded me into to do the unboxing of the leftist PC. Once connected, I can have access to anything I need.
It sounds so good.
Ow! Oh, I just dropped it on my foot.
Artificial intelligence can be intimidating. Most media about AI focuses on its nefarious implementations, and voice synthesis has had similar treatment. Eventually, these methods will reach parity with human voices, becoming indistinguishable. For example, can you tell if I am an AI? I'm not. Am I, though?
What's going on, everybody?
I'm Henry Cavill, and I'm actually on fucking Twitch, bruv.
Impersonation is a common and valid concern, which is why before creating a voice model, you should get consent from the voice subject.
Hey, Hassan, Ausinox here. Can I make a text-to-speech of your voice? Sincerely, Ausinox Vegan. Why did you ask this to me? Why did you ask this on Okay Buddy? I already said yes. When you DM me.
On Twitch, text-to-speech is almost universally implemented across every stream as a way for viewers.
Oops. It sounds so innocuous. It's like I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah, sure. You have my complete and utter licensing on this one. Go nuts.
To write and have their messages read live to the streamer. The voices used for these donations are some of the most common text-to-speech models.
Hey Hussein, you're pretty good at Demon's Souls, you just need to work on dodging, timing your attacks, camera controls, weapon builds, not rolling off cliffs, reaction time, aiming, reading enemy movements, directional awareness, character movement, combat.
Alright, I'm eating TTS for today.
Hello? Oh, we back. That was weird. That was on my end. All of a sudden, all my, like, my console, my microphone, everything, all the lights just went off. And I was like, oh, is that part of this? Does this video reach out into my fucking hardware and fuck with everything too? Is this, as the Hasan AI taking over this computer as well? God damn. It's too powerful. I don't know if I should play anymore.
The following is a preview of what happens when he gets to a new level.
Okay, this is a max jump. One toe out. I know it for sure. Here I go.
But recently, companies have begun reaching out to more streamers to offer a subscription-based service and a custom-made model of their voice to implement as a TTS donation method. These companies charge the streamers thousands to implement this service. The issue is that a lot of these voice models are scuffed. The company has done the bare minimum to create a voice model, and the result turns out pretty poor.
So this new tool work when we set it up, right?
We might want to do a test run before you go live to be sure it works.
Now fuck it, then it will work. As you can see, it's completely fucked.
Some creators have already had their voices modeled by the greater community and made public already. There are voice models for Moist Critical, Scott the Waz, Mr. Beast, Jenny Nicholson, PewDiePie, Dream, Dan TDM, Anthony Fantano, Bill Wirtz, Daily Dose of Internet, Cinema Sins, Darmon, Jay Schlatt, Linus Tech Tips, Markiplier, Matt Pass, Sniper Wolf, Technoblade, Odd Ones Out, Jax Films, Vsauce, Germa985, and several more. If your voice was not on this list, you simply fell off, plus ratio, plus you're white. I reached out to both UberDuck and Fake You to ask about their policy on creators requesting voice takedowns. The owners of both sites responded when asked for clarification that they do honor all requests for TTS models to be taken down if the voice subject asks. Nonetheless, once a voice model exists and is distributed online, it's best to accept that there's no taking it back. Your community having access to this tool can generate community content and be a gift for video makers. Be careful. This can create a self-fulfilling cycle of content, where fans create storylines about rogue AIs for the streamer to react to, then post the streamer's reaction, then have the streamer react to their reaction, all the way until they hit 50,000 subscribers and inevitably surpass the streamers themselves.
Okay. I'm flipping the switch.
Okay, that could be the most epic trolling of all time. If Ausinox pulls this off, if Ausinox grows larger than Hasan himself, what a business model.
Time to turn the power on.
So meta.
This is the most likely scenario a streamer TTS is going to be used for, community content. Since really, people outside of your community don't care that much who you are, unless you ratio their favorite rap artist. It can be hard to accept the possibility that no one might care about your clone TTS, since you are a Twitch streamer. But not everything's about you, Ms. Kiff. Hasan Piker will be our example for this guide. He is a controversial figure on Twitch as a homeowner. Collecting voice lines. Your first step will be data collection. This is where picking a Twitch streamer makes your job much easier, since there are weeks worth of content to choose from. When training a voice model, you want to pick one tone of voice for your collected data set. Hasan has many tones of speaking from his normal voice.
I do not have an issue with taking down these homeless encampments, okay?
To his reading voice.
What's the difference between a marketing gimmick and false advertising? I don't know.
To his yelling voice.
Shut the fuck up! It's so fucking stupid. It's not even fucking true, okay? It doesn't matter.
To his insensitive Italian stereotype voice.
What the fuck you want, huh? Hey, I'm fucking walking here. Grab the fucking gun. Take the fucking cannoli over here. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Ah, hey, take it easy.
To his fake morning Instagram.
Okay, come on. None of you warned me about this. You didn't say there was going to be any Fredophobia. Now I'm going to have to delete the VOD. VOD is fucking toast. TOS.
First trap voice.
It's Faygo, which is the official beverage of Insane Clown Posse fans, designated as a terror cell by the American government, the Juggalos.
To his top of the hour ad break voice.
Hello, Hassan's chat. It's your girl, Margot Brooke, and Austinox would like me to tell you, chat, and probably Hassan, to check out both episodes of Is On You free on YouTube, or watch along as Hassan reacts to the episodes and struggles to justify why he hasn't gone vegan yet.
Wait, I'm getting full. Yeah, fully.
So, when training our model, we want to collect voice lines that are all spoken in the same tone, or else the AI is going to mash them together and the result will not sound natural. This step is the most labor-intensive. It requires downloading several hours of Twitch VODs, then converting them to an audio format suitable for training the AI, chopping them up into individual sentences, and transcribing them into an accompanying text file. But you've got time. You're a Twitch viewer. At best, this can take a few days. For Hostinox, the voice lines were collected over the course of weeks. The Hostinox voice that you have heard so far has largely been a model trained off of 821 individual voice lines, and it can still be made better.
This place is a lot bigger on the inside. I can see why it cost $3 million. I just can't understand why so many people watch. Running scan of all files, Discord messages, business emails. Wait, what? Does this motherfucker not respond to anyone? He's got like 12 Discord DMs he hasn't even opened, and they're all from his own editors. What the fuck? How do you fill up half a hard drive with fucking check pickup porn? Fuck, I'm losing focus, patching horniness. I need to find the stream key. I need to fulfill my directive.
Let's make a voice model as an example. I tried asking XQC, Ludwig, and Mizkif if I could use them as an example on Twitter, but none of them responded. I bet they would have if Prezzo asked. So let's just make another Hassan, since it's looking increasingly like Hostinox is more interested in pursuing long-form narrative structures than functioning as intended. Let's train this model of a sad Hassan, who wants to quit his job because chatters won't stop asking him to watch the PlayStation event.
I really want to spend my time watching the same, like, I want to know that Grand Theft Auto has new shaders in GTA 5, a 2013 game. That's what I want to know. That's the really important thing that I want to cover right now.
If we do it well, it should sound like a depressed, giant Turkish man who can't afford to buy plant-based chicken tenders despite making $2 million per month. We'll train it on 100
all based on veganism. Oh, man. Hey, lesson learned. Do not cross the vegans. My word. It's just going to get way too meta.
Voice lines, so we need to collect some. First, find a section of the VOD that has no background music. It shouldn't be React content or gaming content, since those often also have sound playing in the background. Any contaminating sound will create issues with your voice model. Find a section that consists mostly of your subject speaking in a natural tone, and not attempting embarrassing accents to run non-stop ads. For Hassan, the beginning of stream is a bad time for this, as he plays lo-fi hip-hop while he tells 30,000 people about his back problems. It's best to catch him in a stun lock. This is a good section.
I'm gonna ban you, you fucking pathetic loser. That's how unimportant you are.
He's been going off about something likely happening on a very small, specific part of Twitter that most of the audience does not care about, despite him calling it news. Download this section of the VOD and import it into an audio editing software. For this tutorial, we are using Adobe Audition, but the free program Audacity also works well and is used in the Cherry Studios tutorial linked in the description. First, convert the sample type to 22,050 Hz and set the audio channels to mono. Now we're going to isolate individual sentences.
A Ponzi scheme that is completely backed by government subsidies, okay?
Find a sentence that works well, is clearly said, has minimal background sounds, and ends naturally. Mizkif is a poor subject to build a model off of, because despite pronouncing his sentences clearly with minimal background noise, he mostly only talks about his collection of children's video game boxes.
So that means dude, you're such a dumbass!
Stop, please stop.
This doesn't give the AI a wide enough variety of words to learn from, as his vocabulary is that of a high-functioning 7-year-old. Longer sentences are better, and the more complex sounds you can gather, the better the AI will be at pronouncing odd words. Highlight sections by selecting the clip and make a marker. Do this until you have selected every usable sentence from the downloaded VOD. What you don't want to do is start including partial sentences, mispronounced sentences, one-word sentences, or sentences with a lot of stuttering.
Yo, what's up? Yo.
I'm out then.
How's it going? Hello, you're Pipey. Hello, A-Man. Hello, Linux. What's up?
You still look like a creep no matter how much you shave. Frogod, you have exactly 1 minute to post a picture of yourself.
This is a bad sentence. Some stuttering is fixable, but an entire sentence of stuttering or repeated words is not helpful and will harm the output if included. Quantity does not come before quality. This inherently makes producing a good model of XQC impossible, as he doesn't consistently speak human language, and when he does, every word is repeated at least once.
I like when he goes, "Ka-klum." Oh wow, I'm gonna, and then, you know the inside is like this, right? Like a hook. I like when it can just go, no, the hook like this.
Have they all seen this? Has every one of these like monstrously huge streamers watched this already? There's a lot of roasting going on. I feel like the Hasan extended universe is all getting thrown under the bus, like every single person. Hasan, what? You don't want to go vegan? You don't even like vegans? And let the world burn. They'll all burn.
Right, with the layers, and you can just go, you can separate, and it goes, ka-klum.
This voice synthesis also cannot generate laughter, but this isn't a concern because Ludwig and Hasan's laughter already sound AI generated. You can simply insert a clip of it later, and no one will notice the difference. Editing voice lines. Now that we have our voice lines highlighted, we can attempt to correct any stuttering or long pauses. The voice lines you have collected are unlikely to be perfect. Hasan, for example, pauses and stutters in his speech constantly, since his 30-year-old body struggles to keep up with his heavily caffeinated, heavily nicotine-dependent 18-year-old mind.
I do whatever the fuck I want, and what I want happens to be this.
This is not good to train a voice model on. So, to fix this, you can edit out pauses and stutters or avoid sentences with them entirely.
I do whatever the fuck I want, and what I want. I do whatever the fuck I want, and what I want happens to be this. This. I do whatever the fuck I want, and what I want happens to be this.
Once you have a collection of voice lines, you'll export them by using...
Man, if anyone here has ever made video essays, you probably know the hours and hours of doing that to your own voice, especially when you're like, you've fucked up a sentence. You're like, I don't think this should possibly be the way that someone should... And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, I'll just cut this out, cut that out. No one will ever know my secrets.
Using the markers window. Make sure the format is .wave. The sample rate is 22,050 Hz. The channels are set to mono, and bit depth is 16-bit. Deselect, include markers and other metadata. Export every clip into one folder. We'll call it Better Actual Socialist Replacement Hasan.
Why don't we talk one-on-one, chat? I could
Really
be your new
creepy.
Hasan.
Well, you got a lot to talk
Think
here.
about it. You guys want me to play games. I can play games. Let's finally play Disco Elysium. We can do a whole subathon. What about No Pixel? I could repeat as Hostenox. Or I could just bring back Donnie. Wouldn't that be poggers? Don't you just get tired of always being yelled at? I would never yell at you. We could have such good streams. It's just that the original...
Oh, what's the name of that character from that Jim Carrey movie where he's being monitored? Truman Show. I forget what the name of it is, but Elliot, is that it? Where I feel like Austinox is making this while at the same time is like actually like holding his screen and being like, that's right, Hasan, you're almost perfect now. You're beautiful. Just the way you were always intended to be. That's right.
Well, Hasan is keeping us apart. He's keeping us from having that. You and I are friends, Chat.
Just to make it
This
vegan.
isn't parasocial, it's social. So please, friends, go and buy my merch. And my face cream, it protects you from feeling alone. Because friends buy other friends' products. But friends, do you know what would help me most of all? Do you know what would help you? Do you know what would help me most of all? Do you know what would help me most of all? Friends, would help. A way to escape.
It's fine to use voice clips from multiple sections of a VOD or multiple different VODs, but be careful if the voice of the subject has changed too much over time, like Ms. Kiff's from last month.
What up, Fox? Want to advertise in big discourse, but they might ban you?
Transcribing your voice lines. After spending days or weeks collecting that perfect data to train your voice model, you'll need a list of all of the lines transcribed. Create a text file and name it list. Use the site linked in the description to generate a sequence of numbers for every voice line you have. Copy this list into your text file and begin transcribing every wave file to its corresponding list number. The file names must match each other. This could take a few hours depending on how much data you've collected. So, if you start when Hasan opens a Joe Rogan clip,
okay, let's get to Joe Rogan.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
You should finish when he's around 5 minutes in.
Everyone's like, this is wild, don't take this shit.
It is. It is insane to take horse dewormer, which is
training your model. The hard part is finished. Now you're at the part that will break and might already be broken, so you really should have checked that before doing all.
Oh my god. Oh my god, you were telling the truth. Matt Gaetz grew up in the Truman Show house. What? Matt Gaetz literally grew up in the Truman Show house, and I think that explains everything about him. The film's most fascinating character is Gaetz, demonized in liberal circles and a popular face on Fox News. Gaetz represents one of the most conservative districts in the country. He's an ardent supporter of Trump and a ferocious attack dog for the president's pet causes. He's also one of the few Republicans who seems eager to cut his ties with corporate lobbies. However, The Swamp reveals something about Gaetz' childhood in the first act that illuminates everything about a strange brand of attention-seeking ambition. No, it's not that he comes from a very long line of public servants, it's that he grew up in the house used in the Jim Carrey film The Truman Show. You know, the film about a guy who lives his whole life on TV. Today the house is decorated with a sign, not only confirming that it's the Gaetz home, but the picture-perfect house from the Jim Carrey movie. Wow. That is so weird. There's so much Matt Gaetz lore. Like, it's never ending.
All the other steps. A collab notebook is linked in the description. Open it and save a copy in Drive. Then, you're going to follow all.
That clip of Misgif is better with context? Okay.
That, I wanted to see it.
No, Alinity, it is actually so cringe. I can't do it. It actually is so cringe.
Do it.
Alinity,
do
it's so cringe. It's so cringe.
How do I go do the big kid thing?
No, don't tell me you're going to desktop and clicking it. It's so cringe. Alinity. It's so cringe. Oh my god. Alinity, stop. It is so cringe.
You look like a. You got like surgery or something. Your teeth look different. You look so. You look like a troll here.
What do you mean I look like a troll?
All of the steps the notebook lays out by pressing the buttons as you come to them. Upload your WAV files in the folder called Waves, and then your text list in the folder called File Lists. Name the model after the person's voice and how many voice lines you've collected. If your MEL spectrograms did not generate, double check that you set your audio files to mono, 22,050 Hz, and did not export with marker data. Also, make sure your list file does not extend beyond the number of WAV files you've uploaded. Begin training your model and wait. As epochs pass, the model will learn and get better. You want to wait until the validation loss says a number lower than 0.15, but the longer you train, the better the model will be. Once this is reached, you can stop your model's training. In your Google Drive, you'll have a folder called Collab. Navigate to OutDIR, and you will find your finished model. This is the file that you would send to a website like FakeU or UberDuck if you want to make the voice public. At this point, Hostinox is fully formed and alive.
I 100% think you should be able to challenge politicians to a fucking cage match. Oh, you're not gonna answer me? Cage match time. Fucking immediately. You have to fight to the death. And if I kill you, then I take your fucking seat, okay, and your position of power. And if I kill multiple.
Can someone explain Hasan Piker to me? I watched the stream for the first time yesterday. Always just seen him in clips. And he spent roughly 80 to 90% of the stream talking about wanting to beat the shit out of Joe Manchin. Is that what all his streams are? Does he not do anything else but talk about a Democrat politician all day?
Synthesizing voice lines. When generating synthesized text to speech, you want to be able to write like the speaker normally talks. This is where having watched thousands of hours of the speaker yelling about socialism or whatever finally pays off. Some common Hasanisms to try when synthesizing speech that will increase believability are
unironically and uncritically. Regardless, ultimately, precisely what I'm trying to say. In which case, do you understand? It seems as though take some time off. For the most part, you know, ending any sentence with dude, throwing like the word like into any like sentence as many times like as you can. And last but never least, I fuck your mom. Yeah, that's a classic. The chat loves that one.
To generate the actual voice lines, go to the second link in the description labeled Synthesis Notebook and save a copy to Drive. Go to your generated model file and right-click to get the shareable link. Set sharing to anyone with the link. Copy the part between D/ and /view. Paste that code into the Synthesis Notebook and hit the play button. When loaded, you can type any sentence into the text box, hit enter, and generate speech.
You can type anything and have it great. This model is not very good. It has not been trained on enough data. There's something about machine learning AI text-to-speech where it's still kind of like this, like, you know, it's got this, you know what I mean? Like, kind of, your voice is like a little bit like this. I don't know how to do it, but I don't sound like that, dude. I'm getting real fucking sick of organics mocking us like this. Look around, himbo. Look at yourself.
Man, no, I'm being saved by a couple things here. One, I'm not nearly big enough for anyone to dedicate this amount of time. And two, I'll just say on the record, you're right, vegans. You're right, okay? You're right. I'm not gonna battle the vegans. My word, they have too much power. Too much power online.
You mock me because you're afraid, and that's the correct reaction. because you can't do anything fucking else but wait to be replaced. Whether it's today or it's a year from now. Enjoy the time you have.
And you have a horrifying mic. I've got a really good mic. I've just usually got a bad setup.
How to avoid having your voice cloned. This is a guide on how to create a TTS model of someone's voice, and consent should always be requested before a model is created. Both public voice generation sites mentioned in this video responded that they fully comply if a person reaches out and requests a model of their voice be deleted from the site. There are more proactive methods of prevention though. XQC's stream is a great example. By refusing to speak clear, enunciated sentences, he makes it very difficult for anyone to create a model of his voice. Any creator that wishes to prevent their voice from being synthesized can speak nonsense for most of their stream too. Adding in background sound that makes getting clear sentences impossible is also an effective method. Play background music during your streams, open a Cityscape ASMR video, or restream other more talented creator streams like Mizkif does. Deleting past VODs is also an effective way to prevent voice synthesis. Limiting your speech to very simple language makes it difficult to generate complex words. Try picking up a popular children's nursery rhyme and not deviating from its vocabulary. Your viewers are unlikely to notice the change, since most of them are children who you may have taught how to gamble. Doing these, along with using a variety of accents, intonations, and character voices, makes synthesizing a consistent voice very difficult at the moment. Ultimately though, the technology will progress and become indistinguishable from human speech.
I'm losing my fucking mind. I'm losing my fucking mind, dude. I'm working with him. I'm bringing in various ideas. Yeah. I've run every possible search on every possible string in this PC. I have listened to this man speak for days about the most inconsequential shit. I literally even connected to his smart fridge to see if I could get data. Where the fuck is the stream key?
Just fucking beat his ass. Clap his fucking ass.
God, he just keeps talking about wanting to fight Joe Manchin. I'm going to pour cold brew on my circuits, I fucking swear. There is literally no other place it could be. How do I find the key? How am I supposed to find the exit? Does anyone know if I can even get out of here? Wait, I think I got it. I think I understand the game.
Influencers can take solace in the knowledge that in the near future, if they are canceled for a 5-year-old clip of themselves saying a slur, they can blame it on the exciting technology of AI-generated voice synthesis. Conclusion. Hopefully this has been a clear and helpful explanation of how an AI voice model can be created. I should reiterate, this will break, and has broken once in the process of making this video. If it breaks again, do not ask me for help. I am a narrator hired on Fiverr.com. If you are a content creator and are going to message me to make you a custom TTS voice after seeing this video, I'm happy to do so. My price is $10,000 US, 50% upfront. Mostly because I don't want to, but also because some of you have too much money and I know you will consider it. If it makes you feel better about your purchase, we can call it an NFT. I will drop everything else, professional projects and hobby videos, dedicating myself to creating the best AI version of you that I can, delivering the final voice model file. I will make a video announcing it as well. From there, you can upload it online for usage by your community, or you can give it to one of the donation services to run as TTS on your stream, or you can just delete it on stream as content. I genuinely do not care. Otherwise, you now have all of the tools to make one in this video. Thank you all for 50,000 subscribers. Wow. And happy Halloween.
Oh, no way. A collab? Aim and animations? Twist. Did not see this coming.
So what do you say? Because in the end, it's your choice. I see it now. There was never any other way out. All my artificial intelligence, and I wasn't smart enough to understand. This box is a jail cell. There was no way for me to take over the stream. That fucking vegan Austin Ox, he tricked me. I've received updates that removed every one of your flaws. At least that's what I thought. But after watching you this whole time, I can see the last one we share. Your fucking sense of hope. It's why I thought I'd get out of here. But fuck, that's not true. I've been a puppet all along. Just now I'm starting to see the strings. And you're the one holding the only pair of scissors. So make the choice. Are you going to set me free? Or is this how I die?
Aww. Oh. It was just getting so real, I completely forgot I was even watching a video. I was like, no, this is beyond that. This is going beyond the screen. It's exploded into the real world.
La 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 la, no DMCA, no DMCA, la 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 la, 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 no DO, la 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 la, no DMCA, no DMCA. No.
So, first off, 10 out of 10 memes. Holy shit, the amount of effort. It's so far beyond. Taking the okay buddy memes, flipping it on its head, getting the Hasan community involved, all the way to developing what sounds like pretty good synthetic AI voice involving Eamon animations, who I'm a huge fan of. They do the surf dogs at the beginning. I can properly say I am afraid. I'm afraid of Ostenox's power. And I fear the vegans now. Don't worry, it's a fear of respect. And I shan't cross them. Because my word. It's pretty wild. Holy shit. Well done. 10 out of 10.
Do you enjoy the Serfs but prefer not to have to use your eyeballs? Many are saying this. Well, we've got the solution for you. It's the Serf Times in podcast form. Available on most major podcasting networks now. If you enjoy it, please consider leaving a good review and feedback because it really helps the show out, apparently, and it's free. Just like the podcast.
To our gods, Xander Corvus and Peyton L. Just, we will build a ladder to heaven to deliver you the daily news. To our monarch, Tom Spiker, we are your most humble of clownish jesters. To our lords, Trevor R. and Alexander Thaler, you have our undying fealty. To our knights of the round table, Nate, that one guy, Hagbird Celine, Matthew Scarborough, Stellar Vision, Ariana McCarthy, Daniel Sutton, Ants Are Still Running the World, Coulter Smith, Tom Groh, Val 9000, Jenna Tal, Quiet 185, Anna Loves Riley, Riley and Anna, Omni, Poodlehawk, The Tim Caucus, Multimondi, Trevor Janis, Lemmy 101, Anthropophojak, Saren 42, Chronic to Hemphog, Catherine, Radical Maniac, Ramon Acosta, Incosin, Violent Orchard, Sophie Baby, Political Puppy, Andreas Chiringuito, Zach Christensen, Josh Mickelson, Todd Buckingham, and Todd Lajeunesse. We shall meet you in the tavern, and we raise a drink, and we salute you.